Hey everyone, it's Sarah and today I am back with a bunch of new stuff from Sucreabeille. So I've done a couple of videos on Sucreabeille fragrances before. If you have not seen one of those videos before, Sucreabeille is an indie perfume house that is amazing. They have so many amazing fragrances, and I get so excited every time I get to smell different fragrances from them because they are so unique and they bring me happiness and comfort and warmth, and they bring me a lot of feelings that like mass marketed perfume just can't bring. There's just something about Sucreabeille. So they sent over this beautiful little box full of goodies. They included a bunch of their new fall stuff, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. They always package things so beautifully, and they include these super cute stickers. Sucreabeille, we love you. I mean, just when I tell you that you can feel like love and happiness and joy when you get a box from them, it's like a real thing. And then they also include this little card, and yeah, it's just such a good feeling. It's like an experience you won't get anywhere else. And then they just package everything so beautifully. So it came in this tissue with this really cute Sucreabeille sticker, and then you open it up and there are your goodies. So I've got two different little bundles here, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this is gonna be a long one. Get a snack, get a drink, tuck in, because we're gonna be here for a while. They sent a lot of scents over, and I'm gonna share every single one of them with you because I've been playing with these. I've been wearing them. I'm wearing one today. I have been in heaven. So we're gonna start out with the first two. These are the biggest ones they sent over. The first one is called Sun Goddess, and this is more of like a summer fragrance. This is what I'm wearing today because it is still quite warm out, even though it looks yucky. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is such a gorgeous fragrance. This is kind of like that OP Summer Breeze that I was talking about last week, where it's like a summer fragrance, but it doesn't smell like every other summer fragrance on the market. Oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous. It's very summery without being like super cliche summery smelling, if that makes any sense. Oh, it's gorgeous. So Sun Goddess is creamy coconutty suntan lotion, rich vanillas, and salty sea air. And that's exactly what it smells like. It smells like coconut suntan lotion and tons of like rich vanilla mixed in, and like a freshness from yeah, like an ozonic quality to it, and a little bit of saltiness. It's just gorgeous. I am wearing this today. This lasts absolutely forever on the skin. This is one that you can put on and like you can go overboard with it. I went overboard with it this morning. It was one of those things where I was like, holy cow, I'm like a walking cloud of fragrance right now. But it has died down some, but it is definitely still going strong. So, and you can, I'm pretty sure you can buy all of their perfumes in like an actual perfume spray form. This is an oil form. And like I say, I'm pretty sure you can purchase all of their bottles, and their spray form bottles are really reasonably priced. I think it's a 1 ounce bottle for $45. So for a bottle of perfume, to me, that's a really good price. So anyways, this one is called Sun Goddess. The second one, I wore this one earlier in the week. I layered it over some vanilla lotion and it was gorgeous. This one is called Cream Tea, and I just want to show you the label on this one because, there we go, okay. So, such a pretty label. It reminds me of like something from my childhood. Like old-fashioned wallpaper, or, you know, something that you would see in your grandma's kitchen. Like, it's just such a really beautiful label. But anyways, Cream Tea, this is beautiful. It's sweet and yummy, and there's something almost old-fashioned smelling about it too, but not like old-fashioned perfume smelling, like old-fashioned tea tin, cookie tin, tea and cookies, but super sweet. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so cream tea is chai tea, burnt sugar, white musk, warm milk, and hot scones slathered with raspberry jam and honey. You can smell the raspberry. A little bit of creaminess from the honey and the milk. I don't really get any spices like I would from chai, but I'm sure it's there. It's just a gorgeous, yummy, like a nostalgic type scent. So that is cream tea. Okay, and then I got so excited when I pulled this little baggie out, because this little baggie is full of drams, and these little drams can be purchased on their website for quite reasonably, like I want to say about, well, I can't remember exactly how much, but yeah, the first time I ever purchased from Sucreabeille, I purchased little drams like these, and it's just a great way to try out scents before you buy them. Or if you want to try out a few things before you purchase like a bottle of spray perfume, this is like a really great way to try it. These are little drams of the scented oils. So yeah, this first collection we're going to talk about is a Golden Girls collection. So if you guys are my age or older, you would remember, maybe even a little bit younger, you would remember the Golden Girls. It was one of my favorite shows in the entire world when I was a kid. I loved watching the Golden Girls. It was just, and I could still sing the song to you. I mean, I adored the Golden Girls. So when I saw this collection, I was so excited. The first one we are going to talk about is Dorothy, and if you watch the Golden Girls, you remember Dorothy. I remember her as being the tall one. She was so tall. So Dorothy is rosewood and amber with a blend of cedarwood, cypress, and blackberry sage, a dash of Scotch whiskey, Egyptian musk, and black tea. And if you guys go on their website, they have the best descriptions of their fragrances. They always have like a big paragraph that gives you this whole like story and feel about the perfume. It's just wonderful. If you have not visited the Sucreabeille website, I highly recommend just browsing through it, because it is so much fun to go through, just go through their like master catalog of scents and read. It's so much fun. So, okay, Dorothy, back to Dorothy. It's gorgeous. I have worn this one. This one is sweet. You really can smell the blackberry. And woody. You get like the amber and the cypress, but it's not like overly woody. There's a tiny bit of booziness from like the whiskey. It's just beautiful. Such a pretty scent. It smells like what you would imagine Dorothy to smell like. So okay, the next one is Rose, and this is funny because before I knew this is a Golden Girls collection, I hadn't really gone through all of them. I immediately saw the one named Rose, and I pulled it out and I was like, ooh, Rose, because I'm still on that Rose kick, and I slathered it all over me, and I was like, this doesn't smell like Rose. Oh, I'm such a dummy. So anyways, I went ahead and preparing for this video, I was writing down all the notes, and that's when I discovered, well, I came across all of the other ones and I was like, oh, these are all the women from the Golden Girls. So I realized that it was actually a collection, and Rose was Rose from the Golden Girls, not Rose like a rose. So anyways, Rose is white roses, peonies, plums, and apples, white musk, and dragon's blood. This one, I really get the plum and the dragon's blood. That's what I get the most. There is rose in here, but it's like way in the background. Seriously, this is all about the plum and the dragon's blood. It's sweet, it's yummy, it's so good. So that one is Rose. I'm going to try to keep this moving along without trying to stay on one for too long because I've got so many. Okay, the next one is Blanche, and who doesn't remember Southern Beautiful Fun Blanche? So Blanche is amber and lilacs with dark chocolate and classic magnolias and orchids. This is all about the dark chocolate. So yeah, this is slightly sweet. It's like a little bit of a powdery chocolate smell. It is definitely a dark chocolate though, not a milky chocolate at all. It's gorgeous. The chocolate and then mixed with all the florals, it gives it this like beautiful kind of, almost like a fruity chocolate smell. It's good. It's really good. It's not like weird at all, like florals and chocolate. It's like a slightly sweet, it's a beautiful like powdery dry chocolate smell. So anyways, that is Blanche. And then the last one is Sophia. And I loved Sophia on the Golden Girls. Oh, this one might be my favorite. This is sugared vanilla, tonka and blood oranges, bitter accord, sandalwood, and white musk. So it is the vanilla, tonka, and blood orange that I smell. Oh, gosh. It kind of smells like a chocolate orange, but there's no chocolate in it. You can smell the sandalwood too. Sandalwood and blood orange and vanilla and tonka. It's again sweet, but not like overly sweet. So of these ones, I've tried Dorothy and Rose, and I have not tried Sophia or Blanche, and I'm super excited to try those two. I think they're going to be gorgeous. Okay, so that was the Golden Girls collection. The next one is kind of a standalone. I can't remember. I didn't write down if this is in a collection or not, but I think it's a standalone fragrance. But this one is called Avantgarde. And I knew when I saw that because I've kind of gotten used to Sucreabeille and how they name their fragrances. So I knew when I saw Avantgarde that it was going to be a very like interesting smelling fragrance. And it definitely is. This is such a unique, beautiful smelling fragrance. This one is definitely, to me, unisex. This could be worn by anybody. It's really beautiful. So Avantgarde is the metallic, exciting swirl of a downtown city with wisps of exhaust and hot concrete. Hot black tea and white amber bring a touch of old world class, and copal resin deepens. It's beautiful, and it is strange how you can smell that kind of metallic and almost like you can smell hot concrete, but it's a little bit resinous. It's just a very slightly touch sweet. It's gorgeous. It's unique. This is one that I would definitely recommend picking up a little dram of just to test it out. It's like super unique and just, it's one of those that's just like art. It's fun to smell. So anyways, that is called Avantgarde. Okay, the next three we're going to talk about is from the Pie collection. These are some of their new fall scents, or they could be like re-released fall scents. I don't know if these came out last year and are just being brought back for the fall, or if these are brand new releases, but these are for fall nonetheless, and they are all pie fragrances. So the first one is apple pie, and oh, it smells like apple pie. It smells like it's not an overly sweet apple pie. It's more about like the apple pie spices, and then you have the beautiful slightly sweet apple that all the spices are resting on. This is beautifully blended. It's not too sweet. It's not too spicy. It's just perfect. This is crisp fall apples, flaky crust, and a dusting of cinnamon. It's just beautiful. Like if you want to smell like apple pie, truly, this is the way to go. It's gorgeous. So nice. So that is apple pie. The next one is pumpkin pie, and oh gosh, this smells like fresh pumpkin pie, like real pumpkin puree, real spices, real whipped cream on top. It smells so good, like actual pumpkin pie. So this is creamy pumpkin, fresh pie crust, and nutmeg dusting. And last but not least, we have pecan pie. And when my mom smelled this, she was like, that smells exactly like pecan pie, and it really does. It smells like candied pecans. Oh gosh, it's so good. Pecan pie is crunchy, candied pecans, pie crust, and cinnamon. So beautiful, beautiful pie collection. The next one we have is called Caffeine Poisoning, and as you would guess, this is a coffee fragrance. This is coffee, but there's definitely something else going on in here. So Caffeine Poisoning is 2 black teas, a shot of espresso, a dash of sweet mocha, and coffee absolute make for a caffeinated takeoff. Cassia and black oud come out to play on the dry down. So it's the black oud that I'm smelling. Oh, yes. It's like you get all the coffee, but that black oud kind of, like you can smell it for sure. It's definitely there. It brings like a little element of woodiness to it. So that is Caffeine Poisoning. If you're into coffee fragrances, you would definitely love that one. And then these next 5 are, I'm very sure they're also from the fall collection, but when I was preparing for this video, they didn't have these on the website just yet. So I'm imagining that these will be released. And with the names on these are more like Halloween fragrances. So I'm guessing that these will be released closer to October because yeah, these all scream Halloween to me. Now, I don't have the best nose for picking out notes, so I just made some notes as to what I think is in them. I don't know if I'm right or not, but we're just gonna go for it. The first one is called Dead Man's Toe, which is so cute.
Dead Man's Toe?
Yep.
Does that mean they literally dug up a dead man's grave and took his toe?
No. Okay, so Dead Man's Toe to me smells like it has chocolate and mint and possibly some woodiness to it. I definitely get a little bit of mint somehow, somewhere. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I think I smell a hint of mint. I definitely smell chocolate, I think. It's like a little bit of a chocolatey mint thing going on. Yeah, I'm not totally sure, but I will keep my eye out on their website, and I will circle back around to these ones when they become available and let you know exactly what the notes are in them. But that is called Dead Man's Toe.
Ew.
The next one is called Hocus Pocus, and it is. This one is so good. This one smells like tart fruits or berries and spices. This one smells like a spiced cider or like a mulled wine. It's something like fruits and spices, but like mulled, like, you know, like a cider type thing. So anyways, that is Hocus Pocus. The next one is called Come Little Children, and this smells like caramel. This smells slightly salty, but it smells like caramels. Like a bag of caramels. Maybe there's like it could be like carameled apple. Yeah, definitely like caramel apples or candied apples. This is definitely like a gourmand fragrance, like yummy, caramely, a little bit salty, maybe with a hint of apple in there. it's definitely like a yummy carnival smelling, like fall festival, like yummy gourmand. So that is Come Little Children. I wish I were better at being able to pick things out. The next one is called I Put a Spell on You, and that has a special place in my heart because I live in the birthplace of Nina Simone. So as soon as I saw that, the song started playing in my head. So, okay, so I love this one. This one reminds me, this is incensey to me. It reminds me of like a very mild, like hippie shop, but it smells like, almost like it has a touch of like Nag Champa in there. It's like a slightly sweet, incensey, like if you've ever been to a hippie shop that has like crystals and incense and things like that, that's what this smells like. But it's like a mild, it's like a mild version of that. It's gorgeous. This was my favorite one of all of the like Halloween ones. This was my favorite one. I love it because it's kind of like incensey, like head shoppy smelling. I adore it. So that's called I Put a Spell on You. And then the last one is called Black Flame, and this one I'm quite sure has a touch of like anise in it. I could be completely wrong, but this smells like vanilla. It's creamy, but it smells to me like it's got a touch of anise in it. And I did test this one on my skin, and on my skin it really smelled like it had a touch of like black licorice in it. But it's gorgeous. It's really creamy, smooth. I'm quite sure this has a lot of vanilla in it. It's really, really gorgeous. Like a ton of vanilla with like a touch of black licorice. And I'm sure some other things, but it smells amazing. This is called Black Flame. So those are all of the little drams that they sent over, and then the two larger ones. So now we're going to move on to bundle 2. There are some really good things in this one. I mean, they're all good, don't get me wrong. Everything here, like I don't think I smelled a single thing that I was like, oh, I don't like that, oh, it stinks. Nope, every single one of these has just been so nice. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is called Don't Be a Lady, Be a Legend. And you can see these, for the oils, these are all the different sizes you can purchase these in. So these I think are 5 ml, these I think are 10 ml. These little drams I think are 1 ml drams, possibly 2 ml, but I think they're 1 ml drams. And then you can also buy, we'll get to these in a minute, but you can also buy these little drams, and I think these are 3 ml, possibly 3 ml, 5 ml, and 1 ml, and 10 ml. So tons of options for sizes. So anyways, this is called Don't Be a Lady, Be a Legend, and this is beautiful. This is an intense boozy berry fragrance. It is stunning. It's tart. It's super, super boozy. Like you can almost smell the alcohol in it, but not like a perfumer's kind of alcohol, like a boozy alcohol. It is so good. And tart berries, oh gosh, it's amazing. Don't Be a Legend, or sorry, Don't Be a Lady, Be a Legend is raspberry lambic. So I don't know if you guys have ever had raspberry lambic before, but it's like an alcoholic raspberry. It's like an alcoholic raspberry drink, and it is to die for. With elderberry syrup. So, and also elderberry is quite a tart, almost astringent kind of berry. We don't see it here a lot in the States, but Or, well, I haven't seen it here a ton in the States. I have seen it when I've been over in England a lot, though. Thick resinous dragon's blood and elegant amber spheres. This is... it's gorgeous. Like I say, it's tart, berry, boozy. You can smell the dragon's blood, which does give it like some body, like a thickness. It's just so good. This is one of my favorite things that they sent over. I adore this. This is Don't Be a Lady, Be a Legend. The next one I have is called Bloodline, and oh gosh, this is another one that is just so good. Oh gosh, it's so good. Okay, Bloodline is ruby pomegranate seeds, sticky thick dragon's blood, swirls of red musk, and rosewood. And this again has a slight tartness to it, but it's not as tart as the last one we talked about. It again has that beautiful kind of thick dragon's blood smell, which gives it like kind of an incensey vibe to it. You've got the rosewood in it, which is just, I love rosewood. It's such a gorgeous, softly, is that a word? Yeah, it is a word, but not in this sense. It just brings it like a beautiful, soft, woody. So that was another favorite. That one is called Bloodline. And then on to this little bag. The first one, I knew exactly what this was when I read it. I didn't mean ducking. So the autocorrect gets me all the time when I'm texting my husband. And yeah, and that's exactly what I'm thinking. I didn't want to, who wants to say ducking? Like ever, never, no. And why autocorrect changes it to that, I will never know. Like, is that even a word? Is that a word that anybody uses? I don't think so. So this is black tea with a generous tot of whiskey, grapefruit for a touch of bitter, and a drop of vetiver. Knock champa and rosewood make a rich base. This one is really, really unique smelling. Like, you've got the incensey nature from the Nag Champa, but you've got this gorgeous, light, bright grapefruit. It is slightly sweet, but not overly so. This is a really beautiful, like, very odd pairing of citrus and incense, but it works, and it's so good. And that's really what I get mostly out of this, is the Nag Champa and the grapefruit. Oh, it's so good. I love this one. So that one is called I Didn't Mean Ducking. Next one is called Ruthless B Word. They're so fun. Such a fun little label. That's another thing. All of their labels are so super fun. I just adore this house. Like, if you guys have not been able to tell, I adore this house and literally everything they do. Okay, so Ruthless B Word. Oh, wow. Oh, this smells so, so good. Okay, this is an unbelievably juicy blend of blood oranges and lychees, white amber and ginger lilies, blend to give a sophisticated presence. And it's super citrusy, but it's like a mild citrusy. It's not super, super tart. It's like a beautiful, well-rounded citrus fragrance. Tons of that blood orange. Got like a beautiful soft amber in there. It's just so, so good. They're all so good. And I know you probably all don't believe me that I love every single one of these and that I think they're all amazing. But I am absolutely telling you the truth that when, like, anything that you order from them, I cannot imagine you're not going to absolutely love. Unless you get something like Avantgarde and you order like a whole bottle of it and then you get it and it's just too out there for you. Like, you might, but anything like these ones, like literally anything else in this bunch that I have talked about, like, you could easily blind order and you would probably absolutely love it. So anyways, that is called Ruthless B Word. The next one, I got so excited when I saw this and when I saw the label. This one is called Imperial Queen. such a gorgeous label. So this is, again, Imperial Queen, and this is, as you would guess, creamy honey nectar, pink peonies, real ylang-ylang, and peach blossoms. And this is stunning. This is a beautiful honey fragrance. Oh, it's so good. It's like this beautiful, slightly floral honey fragrance. And slightly floral from the peony and the ylang-ylang and the peach blossom, like, so it's all florals and honey basically. But the honey is very, very dominant here. But the florals are very, very present. It's beautifully blended. It's just a gorgeous, delicate floral honey fragrance. It's beautiful. This is called Imperial Queen. I haven't tested this one on the skin yet, but I cannot wait to. Okay, my battery is about to die, so I've got to get through these next two quickly. The next one is called, I'm just going to hold this up to the screen. If you have children watching with you, cover their eyes. I'm going to, like I say, I'm going to hold this up to the screen so you can see what it's called without saying it out loud. Okay. So that is what that one is called. So like I say, this reminds me of growing up in the 90s, of like the alternative scene. I mean, everything about this just reminds me of like my teenage years. And I adore it so much. I know I've said this about like 10 of these, but this really is one of my absolute favorites that came. I cannot wait to wear this on my skin. And smell like this all day. So this is a totally unapologetic haunted cathedral. Rich dark resins, thick incense, beeswax candles, frankincense and myrrh, cool stone floors and cloves, red musk and sassafras, clary sage and wormwood, gaiac wood and patchouli, and a whisper of black jasmine. And you really, this is incensey, and you can smell the honey or like the beeswax. Sorry, like the beeswax from the candles. And seriously, like you can imagine in your head, like the cold stone floors. It's resinous. You can smell the cloves, but they're not overpowering. Oh my gosh. Incense, resins. It is goth. I mean, it is very goth smelling. Like, it smells like a gothic cathedral, but like a mild form of it. It's not too much. It's not too crazy. It's just perfect. I adore this one. So again, I'm going to hold it up to the camera so you can see what it is called if you missed it the first time. Just in case you have children watching, cover their eyes, but you can read what it says. And that is that one. I adore it. One of my absolute favorites that came my way. And then last but not least, we have got one called Sea Hag, Suffer No Fools. And this, I think, is from their summer line. Oh. This is one of those things that, like, I want something to wear around my neck, that I can soak it with this stuff, and I will just smell this and like leave a trail of it everywhere I go. Oh gosh, it smells amazing. So Sea Hag is cool rain on the fierce ocean, petrichor, sour limes, and sweet oranges. And that's what it smells like. It's like an ozonic, citrus fragrance. It's very slightly salty. It's just so, so good. Like, this is the perfect, like, if you're not into aquatic fragrances, which I'm not, this is like the perfect, like, fresh, salty sea air. Like, you're sipping a fresh margarita made with fresh limes and agave nectar. And, like, a beautiful salt-rimmed glass. And you've got wedges of oranges on it. Oh, it's so good. It's fresh smelling, it's uplifting smelling, it's breezy smelling, like it's everything that you want like a summer, like a refreshing summer fragrance to smell like. So that is called Sea Hag Suffer No Fools. So anyways, guys, that is a ton of stuff from Sucreabeille. Thank you so much to Sucreabeille for sending all of those over and letting me play with them and letting me share them with all of you. I am so, so happy to have them all, and I can't wait to keep playing with them and wearing them. And anytime I wear something, guys, I will include it in what I wore last week so that I can tell you how it performed, so I can tell you what it was like on the skin, things like that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I will link everything. I will link Sucreabeille's Instagram down below. I will also link their website if you are interested. And yeah, it's just going to be a link to their website, nothing else. And I will, of course, link all of these scents down below that we talked about. Again, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!